sash is a large and usually colorful ribbon or band of material worn around the body, draping from one shoulder to the opposing hip, or else running around the waist. The sash around the waist may be worn in daily attire, but the sash from shoulder to hip is worn on ceremonial occasions only. Ceremonial sashes are also found in a V-shaped format, draping from both shoulders to the stomach like a large necklace. Aristocratic and Republican use. In Latin America and some countries of Africa, a special presidential sash indicates a president's authority. In France and Italy, sashes, featuring the national flag tricolors and worn on the right shoulder, are used by public authorities and local officials, such as legislators, in public ceremonial events. Sashes traditionally form part of formal military attire. Most of the European royal families wear sashes as a part of their royal regalia. Some orders such as the La Copyright d'Honneur include sashes as part of the senior-most grades insignia. Likewise, Italian military officers wear light blue sashes over the right shoulder on ceremonial occasions. Military use. Sashes are a distinctive feature of some regiments of the modern French army for parade dress. They are worn around the waist in either dark blue or red by corps such as the Foreign Legion, the Spires, the Chasseurs d'Afrique and the Tirailleurs, which were originally raised in North Africa during the period of French colonial rule. In its traditional Franco-Algerian or Zouave form, the sash was 4 meters in length and 40 centimeters in width. In the historic French Army of Africa, sashes were worn around the waist in either blue for European or red for indigenous troops. At the time of the American Civil War, silk sashes in crimson were authorized for officers and red woolen sashes for non-commissioned officers of the regular U.S. Army. U.S. generals continued to wear buff silk sashes in full dress until 1917. In the Confederate Army of the Civil War period, sash color indicated the corps or status of the wearer. For example, gold for cavalry, burgundy for infantry, black for chaplains, red for sergeants, green or blue for medics, and gray or cream for general officers. With the exception of the West Point Band Drum Major, today the West Point Cadet Officer is the only person in the U.S. Army who wears a sword and sash, the sole guardian of the tradition. The modern British Army retains a scarlet sash for wear in certain orders of dress by sergeants and above serving in infantry regiments, over the right shoulder to the left hip. A similar crimson silk net sash is worn around the waist by officers of the Foot Guards in scarlet full dress and officers of line infantry in dark blue No. 1 dress. The same practice is followed in some Commonwealth armies. The present-day armies of India and Pakistan both make extensive use of waist sashes for ceremonial wear. The colors vary widely according to regimental branch and match those of the turbans where worn. Typically 2 or more colors are incorporated in the sash, in vertical stripes. One end hangs loose at the side and may have an ornamental fringe. The practice of wearing distinctive regimental sashes or cummerbunds goes back to the late 19th century. In addition to those detailed above, several other modern armies retain waist sashes for wear by officers in ceremonial uniforms. These include the armies of Norway, Sweden, Greece, the Netherlands, Portugal and Spain. The Spanish regulars retain their historic waist sashes for all ranks in colors that vary according to the unit. Until 1914, waist sashes in distinctive national colors were worn as a peacetime marker rank by officers of the Imperial German, Austro-Hungarian and Russian armies, amongst others. Japanese officers continued the practice in full dress uniform until 1940. Cross belts resembling sashes are worn by drum majors in the Dutch, British and some Commonwealth armies. These carry scrolls bearing the names of battle honors. Modern civilian and cultural use. In the United States, the sash has picked up a more ceremonial and less practical purpose. Sashes are used at higher education commencement ceremonies, by high school homecoming parade nominees, in beauty pageants, as well as by corporations to acknowledge high achievement. In Canada, hand-woven sashes were derived from Iroquoian carrying belts sometime in the 18th century. As a powerful multi-use tool, the sash found use in the fur trade, which brought it into the Northwest. In this period the weave got tighter and size expanded, with some examples more than 4 meters in length. Colored thread was widely used. Today it is considered to be primarily a symbol of the 1837 Lower Canada Rebellion patriots and the Marcoppuraitist peoples. In Ireland, especially Northern Ireland, the sash is a symbol of the Orange Order. Orange Order sashes were originally of the ceremonial shoulder-to-hip variety as worn by the British military. Over the 20th century the sash has been mostly replaced by V-shaped collarettes, which are still generally referred to as sashes. The item is celebrated in the song "The Sash My Father Wore." Sashes are also worn by Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts and beauty pageant participants. Badges are sewn onto the sash, to indicate achievements of the scout. Many modern schools of Chinese martial arts use sashes of various colors to denote rank as a reflection of the Japanese ranking system using belts. The Japanese equivalent of a sash, obi, serves to hold a kimono or yukata together. Honorific orders, sashes are indicative of holding the class of Grand Cross or Grand Cordon in an order of chivalry or order of merit. The sash is usually worn from the right shoulder to the left hip. A few orders do the contrary, according to their traditional statute. Orders with the sash worn on the left shoulder equals. Europe, Denmark, Order of the Elephant, Iceland, Order of the Falcon, Kingdom of Serbia, Order of the White Eagle, United Kingdom, Order of the Garter, United Kingdom, Order of the Thistle, Asia, South Korea, Grand Order of Mugunghwa, Thailand, Order of the Royal House of Chakri, Thailand, Order of Chula Chongklaw, Thailand, Knight Grand Cordon on left shoulder but Knight Grand Cross, right shoulder. 4. Order of the White Elephant, Order of the Crown of Thailand. Malaysia. Classified examples of current orders sash equals. See also, Presidential Sash, West Point Cadet Sword, Order, Floristics. References. Bibliography.